In the news this week, Northern Ireland's councils are left in the lurch by same-sex marriage plans, Secularists fail in their bid to censor a Christian doctor, and the Conservative Party wins the general election. Hello. Councils in Northern Ireland are being left in the lurch by plans to impose same-sex marriage next year. Civil same-sex weddings are set to take place from February, but no proper safeguards have been put forward to protect the rights of those who object. The Belfast newsletter reported that some councils are seeking legal advice on how to accommodate their own employees while avoiding discrimination against those who want a same-sex wedding. A council insider told the paper, "The legislation is being imposed on us, and as it stands, it will force registrars to carry out marriages that some are ethically opposed to." The number of babies born with Down syndrome has fallen by 30% in hospitals where a more accurate test has been introduced. Non-invasive prenatal testing claims to detect Down syndrome in unborn children with around 99% accuracy. The Sunday Times reported that if women have the test, they are more likely to have an abortion. Actress Sally Phillips, whose son Ollie has the condition, spoke out against the testing. "If we were screening for sexuality or race, there would be an enormous outcry. It is a sad indictment of society that the things people with Down syndrome offer are not valued and are thrown away so easily." A secularist group has failed to persuade a regulator to punish a Christian doctor. The National Secular Society wrote to the General Medical Council to highlight a case of a patient alleged to have been made uncomfortable by Dr. Richard Scott's use of prayer. But the GMC has said there was no convincing evidence that Dr. Scott imposes his views on patients. Dr. Scott, who was supported by the Christian Legal Centre, called the complaint vexatious. It is my hope that this outcome will mean other Christian practitioners will not have to go through similar experiences. And finally, the Christian Institute is urging prayer for our leaders following the general election. With the Conservative Party winning the election, Boris Johnson remains Prime Minister and will begin forming his cabinet soon. Ahead of the vote, the Christian Institute's resources were widely used, with Election Briefing 2019 being seen online and in print by tens of thousands of people. Kieran Kelly reminded supporters that God is sovereign over our nation.
However we voted, as we digest the result of this election, it's important to remember that God is on the throne and we can trust him as we contemplate the coming weeks and months. 1 Timothy 2 urges us to pray for those in authority so that we may live quiet and peaceful lives and preach the gospel. And we can all do that and continue to be a Christian influence in our society.
Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.